Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Starting with the AMX-13, we're back in the Tank Museum on this extremely busy Tank Fest day. It's better we've escaped the chaos of the World of Tanks section, where everyone is messing about playing computer games when they could be looking at these lovely tanks. Same as last time, basically going to do a quick walk around showing you the tanks as I get to them, and for the most part showing you the info boards, which hopefully you can actually read, probably not on a mobile phone, but definitely if you're using a laptop or something. Pause the TV if you need, or pause the video and have a read of these information boards if you like. Call it an amphibious tank, that is smart, that one. So, here's Michael. This is a particular interesting Sherman because it's the oldest one in the world. It's number 2, I think, off the production line. You see it's got these cutouts for additional hull machine guns, which is a real relic of its age. So by what I mean is relic of its age, when the Americans were producing their early tanks, they were obsessed with machine guns. So they put as many as they can, so that's a relic of that, because they're useless. They got no traverse or anything, the driver fires them. He has to point the tank at where they want to go, and if he's swerving around with the tank, then no one else can aim shit, including the main gun. So they're a bit irrelevant. Almost immediately deleted. So that's Michael, and you got the ferret. So this is a Type 59, basically a Chinese rip-off, and apart from that there's not a lot in here. So we shall move round the corner here, where I believe waiting to greet us, if I remember the layout of this place, yeah that's it, is one Jag Tiger. So there is one of the best examples of German World War II insanity, of producing some vehicle that just makes absolutely no sense and really isn't fit for purpose. It's one of my favourite ones though. It's just an absolute monster. I mean, look at that armour compared to my hand. This thing's just a monster, but it's stupid, it made no sense. Definitely worthy of an extra bit of time though. Note the missing rib roll. I think this is actually one of the prototypes. It might be the oldest survivor. Moving on from that busy section, we've got ourselves a Hetzer here and a Weasel at the end. Little chaffy with a cutout front so you can see the the transmission. It's quite a cool little item. Sorry about that, I got a phone call. But we are back with the Archer, which is basically a Valentine with a 17 pounder facing backwards. And that's a Ram Kangaroo APC. But the Archer's cool because it kind of reverses in position, takes its shots, and then that can drive off immediately at full speed. So it seems weird having it facing backwards, but it actually makes sense. Here's a Buffalo. Hopefully get back there in a little while, we'll show you the Buffalo because you can actually see it inside, but there's a lot of people on stand at the minute. Centaur Dozer, a T-34-85. Next to a Jag Panther. So here's your T-3485 board, but no one cares about that because we won't have a look at the Jag Panther. Another monster. This one makes more sense than the Jag Tiger though. If they'd like stopped at this, that would have made sense. This isn't a completely insane vehicle. So you can still see it's hardly what you'd call unarmoured in the thickness of these plates here, finger for scale. The Panther wasn't known for being unarmoured. Also note, chaps, that this is basically the first time that I've really done vlogging in a really busy place. I've been trying to overcome the anxiety of talking to a camera when there's no one else with you. There you go, there's the buffalo. So hopefully in the not too distant future we'll have a running buffalo up in Norfolk. The Crowland and Thorney 1940s event was of course in aid of restoring their buffalo, which has been pulled off the ground or out of the ground in the not too distant past. Here we have a Sherman crab. So that's got the big flail on the front for clearing mines and cutting through barbed wire, etc. Fitting on its big hydraulic arms here. And then a regular 76 opposite. It's one of the weird decisions they've made in the Tank Museum. They've got lots and lots of different types of Sherman. Lots of different types of Sherman in here. But then the Pershing that they've got, and you hardly ever see a Pershing, and it is a World War II vehicle. The Pershing has been relegated to being dumped in the conservation hall, and I don't understand that. I don't understand why they wouldn't just take out one Sherman to have the Pershing in here. Same with the World War II Russian armour. They got a KV, a couple of issues, and you can't see them. They're in the conservation hall. I think that was a weird choice. There, got a little Stug. And possibly the most oversized armoured car of the war. I mean, come on, man. This thing's got the profile of a Sherman. It's insanely big. From what I understand, I think that's basically a Cromwell turret on the top of there. Madness. So it's a tank, but it's not a tank. And we got a nice half track. American half track showing simplicity wins. No complicated tank style drive system on here like the German ones. This is just a normal truck road wheel that runs off a normal truck differential, but it's fitted to a dolly wheel with a track, or a drive wheel I should say, and a track instead of just a tyre. And as such is a lot simpler to maintain and doesn't have all of the mechanical faff that a tank does have, and the German half-tracks had.
The British hope that the war would be over soon was dashed, but the Great Swan boosted morale amongst the British soldiers and gave them a glimpse of the liberation celebration.
Oh, over here we got the Stuart.
Yeah.
Hopefully the museum ambience is coming over nicely and it isn't just a row. There's another Sherman.
Lasted for 2 years, starting in late August 1940.
Next to their rather nice Panzer IV.
The army had been pushed back over the
Here's your M10. Next to the other Sherman. And next to a little Humber. And here's the Staghound. Do you like a Staghound? I believe this is a ram. Yeah, it's a ram. So you see where that's sort of based on the Lees, the M3s and Sherman's sort of mishmash. And we've got a nice armoured car with a short 75 in it. And a Goliath remote bomb. These make me laugh because every museum seems to have one, which means they must have been pretty crap because they meant to explode. So if their whole job was to blow up, yet there's one in every museum, they can't be that good. And next to that we have a Tiger II. Probably going to be getting a bit dark in here. I deliberately told the camera not to try and brighten it up, so then you can get nice clean footage and a sense of the actual atmosphere of the museum rather than it being bright and possibly fuzzy. And behind here in the dark is the Luch, which I think will conclude this video before we go on to the next one. Do you like me a Luch? So we'll leave you a little bit more footage of the Tiger II here and its board, and then we'll see you in the next video where we'll do the remainder of the museum's interior tanks. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little vlog. Again, leave comments, tell us which your favourite one is, what you think of the museum, and also what you think of the vlog itself. So, thanks a lot guys, and I'll see you soon in the next room.